Hello friends, welcome back. Today I am going to show you how you can make sourdough starter within a very short period, mostly 2 to 3 days. Those who are not familiar with sourdough starter, this is a starter we prepare before we make sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is bread made from fermented dough which has several benefits. Generally it takes 7 to 10 days for a sourdough starter to get ready. But today I am going to show you how you can shorten the process by using ginger yeast or ginger bark. So before you start this process, you should have ginger bark or ginger yeast ready with you. I will put the recipe link in the description for you. To start with, I have taken mix of white flour and wheat flour 50 grams, 25 grams each, and I am going to use ginger bark instead of water. You can use 100% white flour or wheat flour, but make sure the flour is unbleached. Look at my ginger bark. This is so active and this will shorten the process because when we make the sourdough starter, we try to activate yeast and the bacteria, which takes some time, but here the yeast is already very active. So that's why it will help to make the process faster. I have strained the ginger bark and now I'm going to mix. So 50% flour and 50% ginger bark. This is a no waste method. That means I'm not going to discard any amount every day. In traditional method, you have to discard some portion of the starter every day, and that creates a huge amount of waste, which many people don't like. So this method is also perfect for those who doesn't like to waste like me. The dough seems little hard, so I added little bit more ginger bark, and now I'm going to mix well and leave it like this. So I'm also cleaning the sides so that we can see clearly how much it has raised. We will leave at the room temperature this way until it becomes double size. I will put back the cover and I will also put a rubber band to know where we have started from. This is after 24 hours, which means this is the second day, and it can take 2 to 24 hours to become double. If you look at the jar, it's almost double and there are small air pockets, which means the fermentation has started. If you don't have ginger bark, you can use any fruit juice like apple or pineapple juice so that it will add some sugar for the yeast and bacteria to jumpstart. See so many bubbles and air pockets inside. That means the fermentation is really active now. The yeast and bacteria happily consuming the starch. The bacteria called lactobacillus creates the lactic acid during fermentation, and that's why we get the dough sour. The more days passed by, you will feel some sour and yeasty smell, which is very normal. 24 hours over, the dough has risen to its double size, so this is the perfect time to feed them again. And I'm going to use again 50 grams of white flour and wheat flour, a mix. And today I'm not going to use ginger bark anymore. I'll be using water. Make sure the water is not tap water but filtered water. We need to feed yeast and bacteria regularly so that they will not starve and they will stay active. If you want to make bread every day, you must feed every day to keep them active. If you don't want to make bread every day, you can keep the starter in the fridge, and when you want to make bread, take them out before one day, feed them and let them be active, and then you can start making bread. I have mixed well and now I'm going to clean the sides again so that we will know how much it has raised. I'm also putting back the rubber band so that we will know where we have started from on the second day. This way we need to repeat the process few times and our starter will be ready. Today is the third day and you can see the mark on top, which means the dough actually has went high and then fell down again. So basically now the starter is hungry. I need to feed as soon as possible. The more we repeat the process, the stronger the starter will be. When you see this kind of air pockets and it's so bubbly and gluey, that means your starter is matured. But we will still go and feed one more time before we start making bread or follow any other recipe. With time and more feeding, starter gets stronger. Today I am again using 50 grams of mixed flour, white and wheat flour. But since the starter is little bit liquid, I am not going to use 50 ml water. Instead I will be using around 20 to 30 ml water. Since the ginger bug was so active, that's why the dough raised so fast. If you notice that the dough is not rising so fast, you can use ginger bug again instead of water on the second day. So basically 2 to 3 times feeding is enough to get the starter ready. But if you think your starter is not very strong, go for a few more feedings. I am again cleaning the sides so that it will be easier to see if the starter is rising. Putting back the rubber band at the same level the starter is, and now I will be waiting for the starter to become double in volume. This is after 4 hours from the last feeding, and the dough is rising. I have done a time lapse, hope you will enjoy. This is so beautiful. I can watch these hours after hours. So when you see the dough has a dome shape, that means that's the peak and the yeast is very active that time, and that's the perfect time to use your dough to make bread or pizza or pancake, whatever you want to make. When you see the dome become flat, that means the dough is going to fall down soon. But you still have few hours, and within this period the yeast is still very active and you can make your bread or whatever recipe you want to follow. Look at this dough, so beautifully it became more than double in volume and so many air pockets. So this is a perfect starter to use in your bread. If you are not making bread every day, keep the starter in the refrigerator and feed them every 4 to 5 days. Stay tuned for the recipe of beautiful, fluffy and soft sourdough pancake, which I am going to upload next week. If you have liked this video, comment below, give me a thumbs up, press the subscribe button if you haven't, and I will see you again with lots of fermented food and drinks recipes. Stay happy and healthy.